Happy Tuesday and welcome back to my channel. So this week should be pretty exciting because I'm actually totally alone in the studio for the whole week because Suzanne's gone visiting her mom and I get to take over. So I'll be in charge of all the workshops, I get to hang out, work on some personal projects, and it should be a pretty fun week. So her and I compiled a little to-do list of things that I have to do throughout the week, just like little projects and what to set up for the workshops and etc. So it'll be a combination of both fun and getting things done. Yesterday on Monday, I was starting to do some of that work, so I spent a part of the morning threading some warps, and then I spent another part of the morning making some mini warps. And besides that, there really wasn't all that much happening or that much to film, so yeah, let's start the week right now. So the first thing on my to-do list is that I have to thread this gigantic double wide linen warp, which is definitely a task, but I think we can do it. So this is pretty amazing to me. This is something I haven't seen before. So this is 2 standard size Saori pre-wound warps put together, and that width in total is perfect for the extra wide loom, which is really, really big. So yeah, that's definitely a lot of threading to do. So I'm gonna get started on that. Okay, it's been like half an hour and I have one of the 2 warps done, and I definitely need to take a break just because these yarns are so thin and so tiny. I just feel like I'm going cross-eyed trying to get them through all the heddles, so gonna give my eyes a break. My other task for the day was to prepare some more of those Kumihimo inspired friendship bracelet making discs that I showed you in last week's video. I had to hand make about 100 of these for the children's summer camp that Suzanne and I are helping out with, which wasn't hard, it was just really time consuming. Of these little foam discs are now complete, and I am relieved. I am finally done threading this absolutely huge warp. I'm so relieved. Tomorrow I'm gonna put it on the loom, and then someone's gonna weave on it, which is really exciting. I also finished, you can kind of see back there, let me show you. I also finished making all 100 of my little friendship bracelet starts. I picked a whole bunch of fun colors that I really hope the kids will like. And now I just have to pop them in to the little foam guys that I made earlier. So I just have to punch them in, organize the threads, and do that 100 times. So I'm gonna use the rest of my time here to finally get back to my weaving. Yay! This is my 4-harness weaving project that I've been very slowly working on since week 1 of my internship. I've been showing you bits and pieces of this process in my vlogs, but I plan on making a separate video that fully explains this project in full detail, so keep your eyes out for that. I've been having such a fun time exploring multi-shaft Saori weaving, and I love how this fabric is turning out so far. Today has been a beautiful day, and I'm gonna end it with what's now been my Tuesday ritual of getting berries at the farmer's market, so yeah, let's go. I got myself a ton of raspberries and blackberries for the week, and I snacked on some while waiting in line for a Cuban sandwich. Then I went home, watched YouTube videos, and finished up my bracelet disc project. Good morning, happy Wednesday. So today I got to the studio pretty early by accident, so I'm gonna go treat myself to coffee this morning. Last week you saw me get started on this vest, and it's like a diagonally cut asymmetrical vest that's also known as the squid in the Saori community, and let me show you where I left off. So I really like it so far, and normally for a lot of people this would be like the stopping point, but for me, I don't really like how open it is in the front. I usually like to have a lot of fabric draping so I can like wrap myself in it and just want a little more coverage, you know? So I was thinking about modifying this by adding some lapels. So let's do that. So as you can see, this vest is pretty much just a giant square with 2 armholes cut out of it. And if I want to add some lapels to it, I need to add some fabric on both of these sides. So what I was thinking about doing was taking one of my lengths of fabric and then cutting it diagonally, which would give me 2 triangles, and then attaching those triangles here and here. Hopefully that'll make sense when I actually do it. Ta-da! Yay! And now these two pieces fit nicely as little triangular lapels. Woo! Okay, so I finished adding the lapels. I still have some things that I need to clean up and work on, but let me show you my progress so far. As you can see, there's definitely a lot more coverage, which is how I like it. Now I can kind of just like wrap it around myself, which makes me happy. Anyway, we have some weavers coming our way soon, so I've got to go get ready for that, and I'll hopefully come back to this soon so I can finish it up. After setting up the patio and preparing the looms for today's weaving session, the weavers and I had a lovely day hanging out in the sunshine. And they made beautiful progress on their projects. Time to pack up these looms and get ready for our next weaving group. So I'm all set up for the next weaving session. I have that super wide linen warp that I was threading yesterday already on the loom. And then I actually also brought out my loom because it's just the two of us, and I figured, why not? Well, it turns out that the weaver who is meant to weave on this loom hasn't actually finished her other project yet. So this is actually meant for next week. It's fine, I don't mind. At least it's done ahead of time, right? The two of us spent the evening weaving and chatting and had an absolutely wonderful time. We were also joined by Megan, the owner of the Needlecraft Cottage, which is the yarn store that shares its space with Suzanne's studio. And before the day was over, we played around a bit with the new linen warp, which was so much fun. Afterwards, I went out for drinks with Megan and her boyfriend Dylan. They're super into tiki bars, and they took me to one of their favorite local spots called False Idol, which was amazing! Oh, you're purring so loud! Good morning, happy Thursday. So I have a couple hours in the weaving studio until our weavers come. So I think I'm gonna work on that vest that I started working on yesterday. So normally when I do my sewing stuff, I'm in the classroom that's next door, but that's just been taken over by our knitting group. So I moved everything in here and I'm gonna get to sewing. I don't actually have all that much that I need to do. It's mostly just hems and like little finishing things. But one thing I did want to try to tackle is figuring out this tail in the back. While I love the tail, it's definitely very long, and the last thing I want to do is like walk around, especially in Manhattan, and have that like dragging in the street. So I might try to figure out when I'm doing my hems if I can think of some way to like take away a little bit of that length. So this right here is the point that would be like touching the ground when I walk almost. So what I was thinking about doing was similar to how I did the lapels. I was thinking about just cutting this piece diagonally all the way across so that that becomes the point instead, which is much higher on my body than that point. But I kind of have to hype myself up to make that cut because it's a pretty big cut. I think I'm just gonna do it because I think this is the difference between me actually wearing this garment and not wearing the garment. So I think I have to do it. Okay, I think it's finally done, so let me show you how it turned out. I really like it. It's pretty wild and crazy, and this fabric is definitely very loud, but if you saw my 30 days, 30 meters challenge video, you'll know that all of this fabric came from yarn that was destined for the landfill, so makes me happy knowing that instead of all of this going to waste, I can make something crazy and fun out of it, and I'm just like, I'm really happy. I'll try to take some pictures at some point to post on my Instagram and to share with you just like the details of the garment, but for now, yay! Okay, now I've got to get ready for today's weavers. Okay, so we have quite a few weavers coming today, and I'm gonna do a patio before and after. So here's the before. And here's the after. We had a full patio today, which is always so much fun. I decided to pull out the Saori art yarn maker and attach it to the wide loom, and was taking art yarn requests from the weavers. So basically, they'd tell me what yarns and colors they were using in their weavings, and I'd make them some crazy wrapped yarns to include in their projects as fun little accents. This was a really exciting challenge for me because I wanted to make each weaver something that would complement their work, and each project was so different. One weaver also asked me to make some yarn to adorn her hat, so she picked out some yarns and I made these pieces to wrap around the brim as a fun little pop of color. One of the many reasons I love hanging out on the patio is because it's so much fun to watch everyone's projects grow and develop over time as they come into weave each week. Patio is all reset, so I'm gonna head home and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, happy Friday. So today I'm finally getting everything ready to bring to that kids summer camp that I've mentioned in this video and in some of my past videos. So I'm gonna be bringing with me all of those bracelet weaving discs that I've been making. And then we're also bringing a bunch of rigid heddle looms, some cricket looms, for the kids to learn how to weave. So today's gonna be spent preparing all of that, making sure that I have everything I need, and then taking it down to the University of San Diego where the camp's taking place. So busy morning, but it should be fun. Okay, so I'm all packed up and I'm ready to go. I have a fully assembled loom, some looms still in their original boxes, the bracelet weaving discs, a ton of yarn, and then whatever other supplies I might need for the rest of the day. So yeah, that's it. Becca is one of the lovely people facilitating this summer camp, and to get her comfortable with the loom, we set her up with a black warp so she can weave herself a scarf. Then the two of us worked together to build 6 new cricket looms. At first we tried building them by hand using only a screwdriver, which was super tedious. Then we had a moment and realized that we were in a room filled with all kinds of tools, which made our lives much easier. Hello again. So I just finished at the camp. Well, we didn't actually finish. We managed to build all the looms, but we haven't threaded them yet. So Becca really kindly invited me to her house, and we're gonna sit around, have some snacks, play some games, and hopefully thread all these looms. So I'm at Trader Joe's and we're gonna get some snacks. Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm sorry. I'm honestly really tired, but I'm excited for this weekend because it's actually the 4th of July weekend and I'm totally alone in the studio the whole weekend. So I get to do whatever I want. And honestly, I don't really know what I want to do yet. So it's kind of fun and it's kind of exciting, but I'm also overwhelmed because I want to do everything. So I know I want to keep working on that 4-harness weaving project that I've been working on for the past couple weeks. I also want to sew that Jancy vest with the drawstring that I showed you in my first week's video. And there are also just like a whole bunch of other little things that I want to do this weekend. So I'm probably going to bounce around between projects and just do whatever I feel like in the moment. So hopefully this vlog won't be too chaotic, but if it is, sorry in advance. Let's go. So here's the muslin that I started making based on her vest that she brought in, and it's not quite done yet, but you'll kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. So there's a front panel and a back panel and this little tiny side panel, and then there's a massive collar that gets folded over, and then you make a channel for the drawstring. So there's a lot of fabric here to like cinch in once you have that drawstring. And overall, it's not too complicated. It's just like a bunch of rectangles and some shoulder shaping. So I think I can do it. I just have to pick what fabric I want to use. I ended up picking this fabric for my 30 days, 30 meters challenge. This is woven with some solid colored yarns from my stash and some variegated yarns that I ice dyed myself. I picked this fabric because it's really consistent and it doesn't have a lot of wild and crazy features, so I thought it would work perfectly to highlight the super fun structure of this vest. I now have all 3 of my body panels sewn and cut, and now I gotta do some neck and shoulder shaping. So first I marked everything with some quilter's tape, and then I cut everything out. Then I sewed up the shoulders and the collar, and I just made 2 panels for each side. Okay, so I'm pretty much at the point where my muslin was also done. So everything is finished except for the collar. So all that's left to do is to take this collar, fold it in half on itself, give it a channel for the drawstring, install the drawstring, and then we're there. Oh, and like hems and stuff, but I am in love with this. Let me show you what it looks like. So, open front vest, ridiculously cute ruffled collar, little bows, my little side stripes. I don't know, this is perfect. I'm just like so thrilled how this turned out. I love it. I just sat down for a lunch break and have been resting for a little bit after my morning of sewing, and honestly it just hit me like how tired I actually am today. I haven't really been that nice to myself and like giving myself some breaks. I've just kind of been here or running around somewhere like every single day, and I think it's finally catching up to me that I'm just like really sleepy. So I was thinking about calling it an early day today, but there's a part of me that feels really guilty about that because I want to weave and I want to make stuff, but I also could just like really use a nap, you know? So I might just call it an early day today and see you tomorrow for some more adventures. Good morning, happy Sunday. So today's another day alone in the studio, and I think I want to make it a special day today. So I'm gonna weave for a few hours and then I want to go on an adventure. So let's get weaving. Let me show you my time-lapse setup because I'm pretty excited about it. I have my camera, which is pointing downwards at my weaving, and then on top of it I have this monitor. And this little gadget helps me not only see myself when I'm weaving because I can turn it around and flip it wherever I want, but it also actually helps me program time lapses, which is pretty cool. So there's a time-lapse setting that I can toggle. So right now I have it set that it's going to capture 1 frame every 3 seconds for 18 minutes, and that's going to give me a 15-second long time lapse. Yeah, so pretty much I can just set this up and weave and forget it's there, and I get a beautiful little time lapse at the end of it, which is what I love sharing with you in the videos that I make. So I'm going to get to weaving for a little bit, record some footage, and I'll see you after. just finished weaving for the duration of that 18-minute timer and my time lapse is done. So let me show you what that turned out like. It's pretty cool, right? So right now it's about noon. I think I want to wrap things up in about an hour or so. So I'm gonna weave for a little bit more, film a little bit more, hang out for a bit, and then go on to my adventure. So I'll see you later. I just finished up for the day and I brought my loom inside, so let me show you what I wove. It's quite a bit. I think in total I did like 1.5 meters, which I'm happy. It's also funny seeing this on my phone because seeing this fabric from a distance is really different than seeing it close up where you can really see all the textures and stuff. And then when you zoom out, it kind of looks more flattish. I don't know, it's a funky effect. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up here at the studio and I'm gonna head to my adventure destination. So I'll see you in my time, that's about 20 minutes, and in your time, it's about a second. So I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! I got it, I'm so excited. Also, I wanted to mention I'm wearing this collar because it gives me like sea creature anemone vibes, so I figured it was perfect. Let's go! Okay, tell me that we don't match. So these kinds of touch pool exhibits have like a super duper special place in my heart because like without any exaggeration, I have spent hundreds of hours like behind the touch pool helping people interact with tide pool critters and like facilitating fun science conversations, and honestly that was like one of my favorite memories and one of my favorite places to be when working at aquariums. So it just brings me a lot of joy. My heart is full. I took tons of photos and tons of videos just for fun and also potentially for textile inspiration, so I'm happy. It was a perfect day. Anyway, I'm gonna slowly head home and I actually need to work on editing vlog number 2. So currently in real time, it's almost week 4, but I haven't even started editing week 2 yet. So I'm a little bit behind on my upload schedule, but try not to be too hard on myself for that because I've had a very, very full couple weeks and I want to enjoy this time and not feel pressured on my own pressure to post consistently on YouTube. So I'm just gonna work on that tonight and take it easy, maybe order some good takeout food and yeah, just chill. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, happy Monday, and happy 4th of July. So my goal for today is to have an adventure. I'm here in Balboa Park and I just want to wander around and see as much as I possibly can. So yeah, let's go. My first stop in the morning was the San Diego Museum of Art, which was beautiful, but unfortunately I wasn't allowed to take any videos inside. I really love going to art museums. I don't know, just like seeing paintings up close and really like taking in all the color and texture and detail is always just like so inspiring and so beautiful. So I'm really glad I stopped by there. I hear music in the distance and I want to go see what's up. Wait, oh my gosh. Is that an organ? something. I saw the organ and immediately just like ran to go sit in the front row, and like the power of that instrument is just like mind-blowing. Like I started tearing up at some point. It's just like so big and so like vibrational and so powerful, and it was just, oh, that made my day. Anyway, my next stop is to the Spanish Village, which everyone has been telling me around Suzanne's studio to go check it out, because I guess it's like an artist community kind of like marketplace, so it sounds perfect for me and I'm stoked. Okay, wait, so I'm totally in heaven. So each one of these studios, see the numbers, host a variety of artists, and here's where they can sell and make their work. I then met up with my new friend Anna, who makes absolutely stunning hand-beaded artworks. Anna hosts a crafting group back at the yarn store, so I've gotten to know her and her super creative friends over the past few weeks. She invited me to stop by her studio to say hello and to see her works in person. I was just totally blown away by these pieces. Anna also so kindly gifted me a pair of handmade earrings that I just absolutely love. I only ended up buying one thing here today, and I got this ceramic bead. It's beautiful and handmade, and it has a sand dollar on it, and I don't know, it just made me really happy. I also got these earrings, which Anna so kindly gifted to me. They are beautiful. Anyway, I have one more adventure planned for the day, and that's that I got tickets to the San Diego Zoo, which I am stoked about. I have not been since I was a very, very little kid, so this is gonna be really fun. Oh my gosh, what are those? And how do I get on one? Here we go! And up we go! Said this on this channel before, but ever since I was very, 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 very little, zebras have been my favorite animals. Look at them! Like, literally everything that could be zebra print in my life was zebra print in my life. Like, at one point I remember I had like a chair, a carpet, my bedspread, like all these zebra plush, like everything in my life has been zebra for as long as I could possibly remember, so they make me happy. I guess there's no surprise that now I'm just like weaving stripes every day, but it's almost 6 o'clock. I've been walking around for probably like 3 hours now, and I got myself a margarita, and now I want to go find one of those double-decker tour buses that have been running around here. That sounds nice, right? I'm back in my car after my day at the zoo. Unfortunately, my phone died when I was on that bus tour, so I wasn't able to like film the last little bit of my trip, but pretty much all I did was just go on that bus tour, had a really good time looking at some animals, and then I just quickly stopped by the gift shop to get myself a little souvenir. I know I should go and try to find some fireworks somewhere to finish this like 4th of July day, but honestly, I'm just like really tired. I spent about 12 hours, I think, in total walking around in the sunshine, and nothing sounds better right now than taking a nice shower, getting in pajamas, eating those Himalayan leftovers, and just like calling it a night. So I think I'm gonna do exactly that. Oh my gosh, I just got back to my hotel and there are fireworks across the waterway. So I did end up seeing some. Oh my gosh, now they're everywhere. We got fireworks from all angles. 1, 2, 3, and the plane. Thank you so much for joining me on my San Diego adventures this week. I have one more week of weaving and fun ahead, so if you'd like to stick around and see the rest of my journey, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!